You can't make this up. I mean, I guess you can. You wouldn't want to, because even this sounds a bit, I don't know, twisted, sick by this New York Yankee organization. Once upon a time, class act organization. And listen, they still might be that, but what they did to Anthony Volpe, man, they did him dirty. They did him absolutely dirty. Now, I have to address this. Obviously, you can't see me on the screen. That's on purpose. My camera's out of service. It'll be back in working order tomorrow. So this is a one-shot deal. Let me know if you enjoy this. But listen, Anthony Volpe just had shoulder surgery yesterday. Unbelievable. Now, Volpe, we all know the kind of year he had. And the reason why I say it's unbelievable is it's because the Yankees have known about this for quite some time. We knew about this way back in September 12th. Brian Cashman spoke on it. And Cashman had this to say about Anthony Volpe's shoulder. They'll just repeat imaging at the end of the year and see where he's at. But as of right now, there's no surgery recommended. There's not even an IL recommendation. Well, guess what? A month later, the kid needed surgery. So he needed surgery anyway. You could have just allowed the kid to get surgery, got it all cleaned up. He hurt himself back in May, by the way. And he wasn't the same ever since. A cortisone shot here and there made him look like a different player, a more productive player, but you sure as heck knew when that thing wore off. Now, Anthony Volpe this year had a down year defensively from his previous years, had a -6 outs above average. That's not good, especially for him. Is he a true Gold Glover? I don't know. In a literal sense, yes, he's won the award. But he's much better than what we saw this year defensively. And is it because of the torn labrum? Yeah, probably. But the Yankees just kept rolling him out there. This kid, I was hoping year 3 for Anthony Volpe was going to be a different year for him. A year where his whole game just elevated and improved. Right? And it wasn't that. His BR war is half of what it was a year ago. Anthony Volpe this season hit .212, 19 homers, 72 RBI with a .663 OPS and 83 OPS plus. Is it because he wasn't very good, or was it because he had a torn labrum? That's the question we're going to be asking. Because let's face it, year 3, if this is who Anthony Volpe is, this is who he is. But then at the same time, if it's because of the torn labrum, well, don't you kind of want to know who we have? Don't you want to know if he's really any good? Now, when it comes down to that, the New York Yankees, not only did they elect for Volpe not to get the surgery, Anthony Volpe not only had a down year or just another down season, the Yankees now Volpe's entering arbitration. The New York Yankees could use this year, his performance this season, against him in arbitration. And it's because of the Yankees why Anthony Volpe did not get the surgery when he needed the surgery. It's because of the Yankees. Now, they kept rolling this kid out there. He was not productive. He was not productive against the Blue Jays. He was terrible against Toronto. Terrible. Struck out a ton against Toronto. As I said, you knew when that cortisone shot wore off because he was a different player. Disgusting. The front office should be ashamed. The whole shabacle, the whole shebang should be ashamed. Rolling this kid out there, 24 years old, having him played with the freaking torn up shoulder. Are you kidding me? And now he needed the surgery anyway. You sat the kid a couple weeks in September. Caballero played much better. He was a much better shortstop. He was put up productive at bats, dangerous on the bases. Now Anthony Volpe, torn labrum. Imagine you trying to play baseball with a freaking tear in your shoulder. Imagine that. No, you'd be in pain every day. So instead of rolling somebody healthy out there, instead of trying to go with a different option, you thought that Anthony Volpe was the best option for you. You thought Anthony Volpe was better than any of your healthy players. And maybe he was. But I don't want to sound too dramatic, but you know what? This is already dramatic. You put his well-being on the shelf. You said, screw that. We need what we think is the best player available for us at shortstop. And we're going to put him out there even though he's hurt. Even though he's playing with a wrecked shoulder. We're going to continue to put him out there. Unbelievable, man. Just unbelievable. What happened when Jazz got hurt? IL. Cole, IL. Judge, IL. Giancarlo, IL. Anthony Volpe? Nah. We're going to roll. We're going to just go with things as is. We're going to hope that he's going to be okay and that he'll heal up. Well, he never did. He needed the surgery anyway. You screwed this kid. And now this ravenous fan base who wants our team to win, wants our team to succeed, part of the fan base is very upset with Anthony, very upset with him because of his piss poor play, but there's a reason for it. There might be a reason for it. This might not be who he is. I'm sorry. I know it's year 3 and I know it's another year of this, but this might not be who Anthony Volpe is. He might be a bit better than this, but we don't know. We don't know if he is. Before he got hurt, he had like a 7, before that play back in May, he had like a 770, 750 OPS, around there. Then he gets hurt, goes off a freaking cliff. As I said, you knew after that point, when he had a bad stretch, then he picked it up for a week or two. You knew when he got the shot, the cortisone shot. You know, because it was a night and day difference for him. Night and day difference when it came to his performance. What, after the All-Star break, hit like freaking, 7 home runs? Right, just bang, bang, bang. And then he stopped. This organization this is the one time when I wish that the organization put the players' well-being and the best, and put what was best for the player ahead of the team. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that for Anthony. And that sucks. And as I said earlier, they could use this against him during arbitration. If it even gets that far, if they don't settle, they could use this against him. And if you guys don't know what happens in arbitration, I mean, it could be gruesome. The player demands, or not demands, but says, hey, I'm worth this. The team says, no, you're worth $2 million less. And then you guys go head to head, and the team is basically bringing stuff up to you about why you're not worth what you want, but you're worth what we're offering you. Basically calling out all of your faults as to why you're not worth that, let's say, $7 million. You're more worth $4 million. And they could use this against Volpe just because his performance was not very good this year. But it could be because he was hurt. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Maybe I'm just looking too much into this. I don't know. But what I do know is this. They kept putting him out there knowing that he wasn't well, that he wasn't feeling well, that he wasn't 100%. Whatever other way you want to say that. He wasn't right. And you kept throwing him to the wolves. How do you expect a player to grow when he's hurt? I don't. The Yankees not only wrecked him, they wrecked the team by putting a player out there that wasn't feeling well, that wasn't 100%, that was at times an automatic out in the lineup. Was it because that's who he is? Or was it because he was hurt? You let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You listened this far. Leave a comment down below. Comment coconut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.